Along with having the crazy SP engine, there are a lot of great universal SP cards that can fit their way into every SP deck. I'll go over a handful of the most popular ones. Just remember, my list doesn't include every single SP tech out there, just most of the best. To start it off, I'll talk about a card that's already been proven as a great card in non-SP decks as well, and you've seen him in every deck I've talked about so far in the past. Crobat G. Crobat G is in simple terms, a searchable plus power. Using his power Flash Bite, you can drop a single damage counter on any of your opponent's Pokemon. Because he's SP, you can poke a turn to pick him up and drop him back down to drop another 10 damage once more. He's a universal damage adder, and you'll see at least one in every SP deck. Another SP card stable is Bronzong G. Bronzong G's power, Galactic Switch, lets you put 2 damage counters on Bronzong, and then move an energy card from one Pokemon SP to another Pokemon of your choice. This makes Energy Excel ridiculous in combination with Poketurn. Imagine this common scenario. You have a damaged Dialga G, and you have a Garchomp CX on the bench. Believe it or not, you can attach 3 energy to Garchomp C in one turn with Bronzong. Use Bronzong's power to move an energy from Dialga to Garchomp. Then, Poketurn your Dialga, attach 1 energy from your hand, and attach the energy gain you picked up. With Bronzong's power, you can do a 3 energy attack seemingly out of nowhere. You'll see one of him in every SP deck. Another card that seems to have made its way into almost every SP deck is Lucario GL. At first, he really doesn't seem like much. He has a high retreat, a bad weakness, and a bad attack. However, Lucario GL's body can be a game breaker. His body makes all Pokemon in the field change their weakness to ×2. This might seem like it hurts yourself, but it really doesn't. SP Pokemon have a ×2 weakness already, making Lucario an excellent tool versus non-SP decks. It usually doesn't matter which type of Pokemon you're using in your deck. Most SP decks will include one Lucario either way. The last SP card that I think should be in every deck is the newest and also one of the hardest to get. The Fighting Toxicroak G promo only came with a book about the Pokemon trading card game, so you have to order him online or trade for him nowadays to get one. The Toxicroak G promo is an awesome combat card that does 60 damage plus 10 damage of poison if your opponent knocked out a Pokemon on their last turn. His fighting type weakness makes him great for one-shotting Luxray GL level X, and his Pokepower Leap Away, which is a built-in Super Scoop Up, makes up for his 2 retreat cost. The ability to counter perhaps the most popular attacking Pokemon played in the game makes him almost priceless to your average SP deck. One huge problem SP decks have is their Machamp matchup. Machamp's takeout attack automatically knocks out a basic Pokemon unless they have Unknown G attached to them. Because all SP Pokemon are basic, Machamp is a huge issue. However, the addition of a Toxicroak and a Skuntank G line can help eliminate this problem. Toxicroak G's body prevents effects of attacks, meaning he has a built-in Unknown G effect. Also, his type being Psychic makes him perfectly engineered to take advantage of Machamp's weakness. However, in order to deal any real damage, you need a Toxicroak, a Stadium, and Skuntank G in play. Skuntank G's Pokepower poisons all non-SP active Pokemon in play, if you have a Stadium, and Toxicroak G's attack does 60 damage when your opponent is poisoned. It's a harder tech to pull together, but it's worth it if you're facing too high of a Machamp threat. Well, there are several more SP techs out there for you to explore. The last major one I'll talk about is Ambipom G. Ambipom serves 3 purposes that make him a really nice tech in SP decks, depending on your area. Its first attack, Tail Code, moves an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to another one. This is a good attack for disruption when you have a bad start, or want to try and lock up your opponent's late game when they're out of energy. His second attack, Snap Attack, can be used for an early game knockout if your opponent has no energy on it, doing 60 damage for 1 energy in an energy gain. The final purpose Ambipom serves is his incredible ability to counter Garchomp C level X. Garchomp CX, after using its main attack, has to discard 2 energy. If it has an energy gain on it, chances are Garchomp C will have no energy on it after the attack, leaving it open to Ambipom's Snap Attack. Because Ambipom is colorless, he can one-shot Garchomp C with no energy on it because of his colorless weakness. With the rising popularity of Garchomp C, Ambipom G is an excellent SP tech that can be thrown in anywhere because of his colorless type. The tech cards you put in your deck are often the deciders of your close matches. With the right usage of them, your SP deck can become even more unfair and powerful. Let's go back to the deck structure I left you off with in the first part of my video. I'm going to add in staple SP techs, as well as some staple draw and search Pokemon into my practice build. Every SP deck needs one SFLA to get level X cards out of the prizes. As far as draw goes, you can usually go one of two ways. Either you run one Uxie and a 1-1 Claydol line for consistent draw, or two Uxie with one Uxie level X in order to have another psychic attacker to counter your Machamp threat. Adjust your draw to your metagame as you like. Not every SP deck runs 4 Call Energy either, but I highly recommend it. Remember, this is just a guideline for you guys. I'm not saying this is the only way to run the deck. With trainers, energy, tech Pokemon, and draw Pokemon, your deck is 3/4 done. Remember, I'm only listing the most popular SP techs around. There are still dozens of other great options for you to explore. Be sure to go to the third, final, and most important part of my SP guide, the main SP decks themselves. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the third segment.